So we're going to be multiplying two decimal numbers together. Okay, and this strategy will work for multiplying any two decimal numbers together or a decimal number and a whole number. So what we want to do is stack these numbers on top of each other like the standard multiplication algorithm with the number with the more digits on top. So 225, and 5/10 times 1 and 2/10. So you do not have to line up your decimal places when multiplying, but in this situation, it just naturally does. We just multiply these numbers like regular whole numbers. We kind of forget that those decimals are there. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. Then I do what's called the X and O. 1 times 5, is 5. And then I'm going to cross out these 1s so I don't accidentally add them. 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 2 is 2. And then I'm adding my partial products. So 0, 6, 10, and 3. So it doesn't really make sense to say 25 and 5/10 times 1 and 2/10 is 3060. That's way too unreasonable. So we need to move our decimal, okay? And we're going to move our decimal, the number of places we have behind our decimal in the two numbers we multiplied. So I see one place here and one place here. So we're moving our decimal here 2 places to equal 30 and 6/10 or 60/100. So here's another example of two decimal numbers times each other, and this strategy can work with a decimal number times a whole number or a larger decimal number times another decimal number. So we're going to stack these numbers like the standard algorithm with the number with the more digits on top, so 2 and 75/100 times 6 and 3/10. And we do not need to line up our decimals here. That is a common mistake students make when doing decimal multiplication. They want to do this and then add zeros. Don't do that. That's super unnecessary. Don't do that. Okay? We don't need to line up our decimals in decimal multiplication. What we do need to do is just ignore these decimal places here, okay, and multiply like normal. So 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 more is 22, carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. And then we do what I like to call X and O for that placeholder 0. We still have to do that even though it's a decimal number. 6 times 5, and cross off the carries, is 30, carry your 3. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45, carry the 4. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 more is 16. And then we add. So 5 and 0 is 5, 2 and 0 is 2, 8 and 5 is 13, carry the 1, 7, and 1. And then we count our decimal places. So once we do all of this, we count our decimal places. 1, 2 in this number, and 1 in this number. So 2 places here, 1 place here. So that's 3 places. We move our decimal here. So our decimal would start here, and then we move it 1, 2, 3 places, and our number would be 17 and 325 thousandths.